Welcome back to the 15-minute library for the conclusion of our masterclass on the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. If you've already been through part 1, you know exactly how high the stakes are in the game of influence. If you're just joining us or stumbled upon this video first, we are thrilled to have you here. However, I have a humble request. Power is built on a solid foundation. To truly grasp the psychological depth of what we're about to cover, I highly recommend you pause this video and listen to part 1 first. It covers the essential laws of reputation and appearance that make the following strategies possible. Today, we are diving into the final 24 laws, the advanced tactics used by the most influential figures in history to maintain their dominance and navigate the most complex social waters. Whether you are catching up or continuing the journey, prepare to sharpen your mind. Let's finish what we started and unlock the final secrets of mastery. Law 25. Recreate yourself. Identity is not something you were born with. It is something you curate. Do not let the world define who you are based on your background or your past mistakes. You have the power to rebrand yourself into whatever figure commands the most respect. Drama and style are essential components of a powerful identity. Use visual cues, unique habits, and a compelling backstory to make yourself unforgettable. If you don't define yourself, others will do it for you, and they won't be kind. Law 26.
Keep your hands clean. Perception is reality. Even if you have to do something dirty to maintain your power, you must never be seen doing it. Your public image should be one of perfect civility, kindness, and competence. Scapegoats are necessary for every leader. When a mistake happens, find someone else to take the fall. When a harsh action must be taken, use an intermediary. Stay above the fray so that your reputation remains spotless and your moral authority remains intact. Law 27. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. Meaning is what people crave most in a chaotic world. If you can provide a sense of purpose, a new way, or a grand vision, people will follow you with a devotion that defies logic. Rituals and vague promises are the tools of the trade. Don't be too specific. Specificity invites criticism. Be grand, be emotional, and give people a community to belong to. Once they believe in you, they will do your bidding without question. Law 28. Enter action with boldness. Hesitation is a death sentence in the world of strategy. If you move with doubt, you invite others to doubt you. If you make a mistake through boldness, you can usually fix it with even more audacity. Confidence is magnetic. Even if you aren't 100% sure, act as if you are. People naturally gravitate toward those who seem to know where they are going. Boldness hides your weaknesses and intimidates your rivals into submission.
Law 29. Plan all the way to the end. Vision must extend beyond the immediate victory. Many people fail because they get victory fever. They win a battle and then don't know what to do next, allowing their enemies to regroup. Consequences must be mapped out. Before you take the first step, imagine the final outcome and every obstacle in between. If you plan for the end, you won't be surprised by the twists of fate, and you will know exactly when to stop and consolidate your gains. Law 30. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. Mystery surrounds those who make difficult tasks look easy. If people see you sweating, struggling, and stressing, your power seems fragile and human. If you act as if your success is natural and effortless, you appear to possess a divine or superior talent. Secrecy about your methods is vital. Never reveal how hard you work or the tricks you use. The less people know about how you do what you do, the more they will believe that your power is limitless and that you are capable of anything. Law 31. Control the options. Get others to play with the cards you deal. Choices are the ultimate illusion of freedom. The best deceptions are those where you provide the victim with a range of options, all of which lead to the same result, your benefit. When people feel they have a choice, they are far less likely to rebel against the outcome, even if that outcome is exactly what you engineered. Force your opponents to choose between the lesser of two evils. By setting the parameters of the debate or the negotiation, you ensure that no matter which path they take, they are walking in the direction you've paved. This is the hallmark of the master manipulator. ruling through the freedom of others.
Law 32. Play to people's fantasies. Reality is often harsh, cold, and disappointing. Most people spend their lives trying to escape the mundane truth of their existence. If you can become the source of their fantasies, offering them a vision of wealth, adventure, or transformation, they will follow you through the desert. Avoid the trap of being too realistic. While truth has its place, it rarely inspires the masses. To wield power on a large scale, you must tap into the collective dreams of your audience. Conjure up images of a better world, and you will find yourself at the center of their devotion. Law 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Weakness exists in every person, no matter how powerful or stoic they appear. This thumbscrew is usually an insecurity, an uncontrollable emotion, or a secret desire. Once you locate this psychological pressure point, you gain a lever that can move them in any direction you choose. Observe their moments of loss of control. When someone is tired, angry, or overexcited, their defenses drop and their thumbscrew is revealed. Use this information ethically for protection or strategically to ensure cooperation. Knowledge of a rival's secret vulnerability is more valuable than an army. Law 34. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. Dignity and self-respect are the foundations of how the world perceives you. If you carry yourself with a lack of confidence or act in a common, vulgar way, people will naturally treat you as such. However, if you act as if you were destined for greatness, that belief becomes infectious.
Project an aura of royalty. This doesn't mean being arrogant. It means being certain of your value. By radiating a quiet, unshakable confidence, you force those around you to question their own status and look up to yours. You must first crown yourself in your mind before the world puts a crown on your head. Law 35. Master the art of timing. Patience is the weapon of the strategist. Never appear to be in a hurry, as haste betrays a lack of control over yourself and your circumstances. To the observer, you should always seem to have all the time in the world, even when the clock is ticking. Anticipate the spirit of the times. Power is often about riding the right wave at the right moment. Learn to stand back when the tide is against you and strike with overwhelming force when the wind is at your back. Timing isn't just about speed, it's about the rhythm of the world around you. Law 36. Disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. Attention is a gift you should give sparingly. When you acknowledge a petty problem or an annoying enemy, you give them power and credibility. By reacting to a slight, you show that you can be reached and wounded. Contempt is shown through silence. If there is something you want but cannot obtain, or someone who seeks to irritate you, show that you don't even notice them. By treating a problem as if it is beneath your notice, you diminish its importance and maintain your superior position. Law 37. Create compelling spectacles. Visuals speak directly to the human heart in a way that words never can. Grand gestures, radiant symbols, and staged events create an aura of power that dazzles the eye and bypasses the rational mind. Dazzle your audience. Use the theatrics of power to hide your true moves. When people are captivated by a grand spectacle, they stop looking for the gears behind the curtain. In the world of influence, appearance is often more important than reality. Law 38. Think as you like, but behave like others. Conformity is a safe harbor. If you make a show of being different or unconventional, you are essentially telling the crowd that you are better than them. This triggers envy and a desire to bring you down. Blend in on the surface while maintaining your original thoughts in private. Save your true genius and your unorthodox views for a small circle of trusted allies. To the public, appear as a man of the people. This common touch protects you while you plot your unique path in secret. Law 39. Stir up waters to catch fish. Stability is the enemy of the strategist who seeks to make a move.
If you can unsettle your enemies, making them angry or anxious while you remain perfectly calm, you force them into making mistakes. Agitate the situation. Find the one topic that makes your rival lose their cool. Once they are reacting emotionally, they are no longer thinking strategically. You, as the calm observer, can then step in and direct the chaos to your advantage.
Law 40. Despise the free lunch. Obligation is the hidden cost of anything offered for free. When you accept a gift without a price tag, you are often handing over a piece of your independence to the giver. Pay your own way. By being the one who pays the full price, you remain free of guilt, debt, and the strings of others. Furthermore, being lavish with your own money shows that you are a source of abundance, which naturally draws more power and people toward you. Law 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Shadows are difficult to escape. If you follow a legendary leader, you will be constantly compared to them, and any success you have will be credited to the foundation they built. To find true power, you must strike out on your own. Create your own legacy. Do not try to be the next version of someone else. Disparage the past if necessary and change the direction of the organization or project. By creating a new path, you ensure that you are the sun of your own universe, rather than a fading moon reflecting someone else's light. Law 42. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Centralization is the weakness of many groups. Often, a single individual acts as the engine of trouble, the agitator, or the charismatic leader of the opposition. If you try to negotiate with the whole group, you will waste your energy. Target the source. Find the shepherd and neutralize them through isolation, banishment, or public discredit. Once the core influence is removed, the rest of the followers will lose their direction and disperse on their own.
Law 43. Work on the hearts and minds of others. Seduction is more effective than coercion. If you force someone to do something, they will resent you and look for a chance to betray you. If you make them want to do it, they will serve you with passion. Psychology is the key to this law. You must understand what people fear and what they love. Tailor your message to appeal to their deepest emotions. A leader who captures the heart doesn't need to guard the gates. Law 44. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. Mirroring is a psychological trick that creates a glitch in your enemy's mind. When you do exactly what they do, you mock them and hide your own intentions simultaneously. Reflect their behavior back at them. If they are aggressive, be aggressive back in the exact same style. If they are secretive, mirror their silence. They will become obsessed with trying to figure out why you are acting like them, leaving you free to strike while they are distracted by their own reflection. Law 45. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. Habit is the strongest force in human nature. While people love the idea of progress, the actual experience of sudden change is terrifying. If you try to change everything overnight, you will face a violent backlash. Anchor your reforms in the past. If you must make a major change, frame it as a return to traditional values or a natural evolution of an old system. By making the new feel old, you lower the defenses of the masses and allow them to accept your vision without fear. Law 46. Never appear too perfect. Envy is the silent killer of power. If you appear to have no flaws, no bad days, and no weaknesses, you make those around you feel small and resentful. Eventually, they will form a secret alliance to tear you down. Humanize yourself. Occasionally admit to a small vice or a minor mistake. By showing that you are one of them, you deflect the jealousy of your subordinates and make your success seem more attainable and less threatening. Only the gods can be perfect. For mortals, perfection is a target. Law 47. Do not go past the mark you aimed for. In victory, learn when to stop. Arrogance often follows a great win. In the heat of success, it is easy to think you are invincible and push for just a little more. This is often where the greatest leaders fall. Control your momentum. Set a specific goal before you start. Once you hit that goal, stop. Consolidate your gains and prepare for the next move. Going too far makes you a target for those you've defeated and those who fear your rising power. Law 48. Assume formlessness. Rigidity is a target. If you have a visible plan and a fixed way of doing things, your enemies can study you and find your weak points. If you are predictable, you are vulnerable. Adaptability is your ultimate shield. Be like water, fluid, changing, and impossible to grasp. By having no fixed shape, you remain immune to the attacks of those who rely on traditional tactics. In a world of constant change, the formless man is the only one who can truly survive and thrive.
You now hold the blueprint for human influence and strategic mastery. These 48 laws aren't just history. They are a living, breathing guide to the world as it is. Use them wisely to build your empire and protect your peace. Thank you for joining us for this massive deep dive at the 15-Minute Library. If you believe that knowledge is the ultimate power, hit that like button and share this summary with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you never miss an upload. Until next time, keep reading, keep learning, and stay powerful.